Um, Ever wonder why some shows just stick with you? Um, Not just for a season or a year, but for years after they've ended. No, I am medium, and we're talking about that rare breed of television that feels like a warm hug, a knowing wake, and a reminder that even when life throws you lemons, you can still make something amazing. Uh, and today we're diving into a show uh, that's not just you know aged like fine wine, but seems to be getting better with time. And as sitcoms are often snapshots of their era, reflecting the fashion, the technology, and the social norms of the moment. And but what happens when those things change? Uh, some shows become relics of the past, while others transcend time. This particular show managed to sidestep many of the pitfalls that plague other comedies, and it's become a comforting favorite for a new generation. Uh, the story centers around the Rose family. Um, Once incredibly wealthy, they suddenly find themselves stripped of their fortune, and uh, the only asset they have uh, left.
Mm.
Oh, what? A small quirky town called Schitt's Creek. Uh, Forced to live in a rundown motel, Johnny, Moira, David, and Alexis must navigate a life they never imagined, with hilarious and heartwarming results. It's not just about the roses, though. It's
There's a couple.
um, the show is filled with unforgettable characters like the wonderfully sarcastic Stevie and the endearingly eccentric Roland Shit. Each person brings something unique to the table, creating a community that feels both quirky and authentic. The show never punches down. It finds humor in the absurdity of life without ever being mean spirited. One of the things that sets this show apart is its timeless quality. It's set in a rural area, and the characters don't rely on flashy gadgets or trendy fashion. But it's the styling is theatrical for some, but it enhances their personalities without feeling dated. This allows the show to connect with audiences across generations. The series deliberately avoids relying on tired tropes or prejudiced jokes. A perfect example is the heartwarming portrayal of David and Patrick's relationship. When their romance becomes public, the surprise isn't rooted in homophobia, but in the genuine shock that Patrick hadn't shared his feelings sooner. It's a small detail, but it speaks volumes about the show's inclusive and optimistic worldview of Solve, with seasons consisting of only 13, 14 episodes, each around 22 minutes long. It's incredibly easy to binge. You can easily lose an afternoon getting lost in the charming world of Schitt's Creek, uh, and you won't regret it. Four of its six seasons boast a perfect 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and the overall rating sits at a well-deserved 93%. It's a rare gem of a show, uh, a feel-good story about finding your place in the world, no matter where you are. Uh, uh, it's a show that everyone should experience at least once. And speaking of finding your place, did you know that the town of Schitt's Creek isn't actually a real place? Well, and though the show is filmed in Canada, the town was created solely for the show. Um, it's a fitting reminder that sometimes the best things in life are the ones we create ourselves. Um, you know, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, Mills, metal and